Hi, everybody, and welcome to your weekly energy forecast. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, it's saying it's the lounge, but it's actually the office. Had to switch that off. We've been doing the lounge for so many weeks now that I haven't seen a lot of you for the office in quite some time. And let me just turn this down a minute because we have some lovely core for the StreamYard. We work off a third-party streaming service. They give us some little bit of background music, but sometimes it can get a little distracting. So I'm going to turn it down here. So Tim, oh my God, Tim, how are you? Haven't seen you on the lounge the last couple weeks. I hope all is well with you in your world. And I know you guys have not seen me on The Office in a few weeks, but that's because I have been finalizing my Intuitive Development Beginner Series Level 1, which is called Ignite, which is all about igniting your intuition, discovering your abilities, discovering your intuitive type. And did you know that your specific intuitive development strength, so your intuitive gift, your intuitive divine gift that you have, whether that's clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, being an empath, all those things, did you know that there are specific careers, hobbies, and interests that are directly connected with your specific intuitive gifts? So once you find out that type, you will see if you are on the pathway to your soul purpose. So yes, we have that in the program as well. So if you're looking to find out your intuitive gift, if you're looking to finally get rid of that scattered mind and get into that sense of calm, we're going to balance your brain and nervous system, and we're going to heighten your intuition at the same time, which 12 years ago when I had the school, we didn't really get into that because I didn't know that I had to do that. So once I realized that that was an essential part of your intuitive development and you're feeling connected to this world here, I added that into the program. So you're going to be getting that sense of grounding and balance. You're going to learn the art of calm. You're going to learn how to finally tune into your inner wisdom, because most of you are intuitive, right? We call you guys, the highly sensitive spirit individual, because since you were young, you've probably had to deal with absorbing a great amount of energy and sometimes playing chess and laser tag with it, right? So you have learned to basically give yourself the talent of intuition, of feeling connected, whether that's to the other side, whether that's via psychic abilities, empathic abilities, all those things. So basically, now that you're an adult, you're kind of not living your own life. You're living with absorbing energies all the time. So we need to kind of get you in balance so that you could finally feel free, figure out who you are, and then open up that divine connection to even receiving more clear messages and stuff from the other side as well, if you're interested in the mediumship part of it. So I'm so excited. That's why I haven't been around the past couple of weeks, because I've been finalizing, getting ready to launch this Intuitive Development Level 1 series. And if you guys have questions about it, or questions about your intuition, or if there's anything you've always wanted to know about intuitive development or your gifts or your intuition, feel free to ask. I'm here. The other thing is we are launching today. So the doors are finally open. There are people that already joined that were on the wait list many months ago. They're getting excited. They're in the community. We have a private community where people can ask me questions and get involved. And we are finally open today. So the link is in the description of this video. If you want to get in, we have early bird specials and promos going on right now. So let me put that up for you. You actually have the ability to save $50 for the next 2 days. So $50 off the bundle. The link is in the description of the video. If you guys want to take advantage of being an early bird, you catch the worm, you catch $50. I mean, that's great. Plus, I'm doing a couple bonuses for this first launch that I will not be doing again. The first one is you're going to be getting the first course, which is Intuitive Development 101, which you need to take before you take level 1. And that's all about telling you all the different abilities and gifts. You find out which one you are. And then I give you a Tools of the Trade webinar, which is like an hour-long extra training, which is the 5 tools, the 5 focal tools that I still use today after 25 years to jumpstart your abilities. So you're going to get that as well, plus worksheets and guides. And you're going to be getting that for free with the bundle of the other course. So normally these are going to sell once this launch is over. These are going to sell separately. You're going to get both of them in the bundle. You're going to get this one as a bonus. You're also going to get a live Q&A experience with me once everybody kind of starts going through the program. By the way, this is a do-it-yourself course. It's your own pace. These are online videos and modules. We're going to have one live Q&A experience in the next couple weeks. And if you guys can't make the live, you can pre-submit your questions and we can answer on the live call, and there'll be a replay. Plus, you're going to get a year membership to my private support community. It is not on Facebook, so there will not be distractions. And you will get a 1-year membership to our community, so you can ask any questions you want. So like I said, $50 off, 2 days, and then the price goes up, and all these bonuses go away as well once this launch is over on the 26th. So get your $50 off and join us. You will be very happy that you did. And if you have any questions, please let me know. So anyway, let's get back to, I'm just so excited because I've been working on this for like a year and a half. I launched the Manifesting with Marisa course, and then everyone was asking for the Intuitive Development course. And I don't know if a lot of you know this, but I had an actual physical school 15 years ago, 12 years ago, where I actually trained and certified people in the school. We had a huge community. It was awesome. And because I became a mom and started a family, I had to leave one thing behind. And so I had to shut down the school. But since then, everybody's like, when are you bringing back the online classes? When are you bringing back the classes? And I decided to take the last year in the pandemic to actually develop these courses, but add the brain and nervous system regulation to the mix, because it will help with complete transformation. Because you could activate your abilities all you want. You all know you have them, or you wouldn't be here on this stream. You can activate your abilities all you want, but that doesn't mean your life will change. And that doesn't mean your love patterns and your career patterns and your happiness and your feeling connected to this world and to the earth plane is ever going to change just because you actually activate your intuition. So that's why I put both in this course. So if you come from a family history where your nervous system is always in fight or flight, and it's go, 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 and you're feeling always scattered and you can't tell the difference between your anxiety and your intuition, or you know exactly what your intuition is telling you, but you just can't take the steps to actually listen to it and make the changes you need to make. You wouldn't believe how many clients I have that call, and I'm like, yeah, you're calling me, you're spending all this money to ask for my insight. I'm telling you what I think you should do. And I just know that you know it's the right direction, but I know you're not going to do it. And they're like, you know what, Marisa? And they laugh. They think it's funny. They're like, you're right. I'm not going to do it. And they're like, because I just can't. But you know what? That's why I made this program, is because you know what your intuition is saying. You wouldn't believe how many people told me they walked down the aisle, got married, and as they were walking down said, I know this isn't the right thing, but I have to go forward with it anyway. So it's not like you don't know. It's about taking those actions because of what your intuition is telling you and knowing what your inner wisdom is saying. So feel free, if you want to ask questions about intuition, now's the time. I'm here to answer them. Or about just how to follow that, or what your hunch is. Whatever you want to ask, you can ask in the comments. But for this week, we're going to talk about this week's energy, and everything kind of goes along with it. So we just had a full moon on April 16th. So if you've been feeling like Easter weekend was just, and if you celebrated Easter, happy Easter, everybody. And if you celebrated that holiday, and we did have that full moon. So that means that there was like a ball of emotions all weekend. And even though a lot of you may have had a great holiday on Sunday, if those of you listen to my monthly energy forecast, you will know that I said, oh, next weekend's the best time to celebrate, because this weekend was full of emotions. So if you didn't have the ability to get around water to clear your energy or to rejuvenate your energy, now's the time to get into a salt bath. I went to a salt cave a week and a half ago. That was awesome. It actually helps with your breathing. I just sat in there. It was really relaxing. And you can go for a massage. You can do a spa, but I would recommend having some salt element. If you can go to the shore, but it's snowing here in Northeast Pennsylvania right now. We actually had a snowstorm where schools were closed today, and it's April 19th. So it's kind of crazy what the weather's doing. So that even cements it further for me that you guys need water, you need salt water, you need to cleanse. If you have old crystals or old stuff like that, just make sure you cleanse them, cleanse everything, do a nice sage of your house, do whatever you need to do. The second thing is that we're coming into Taurus season. Okay. With Taurus season, with this full moon in Libra, I mean, Tauruses are like very romantic individuals, but they're also very stubborn and they like things organized and they like to have a plan from like A to Z. But with this emotional component in the next 3 weeks, plus we have a retrograde coming up at the end of the month, not much is going to be going according to plan for you Taurians who are celebrating birthdays. Happy birthday, by the way, everybody. You have to kind of go with the emotional flow because inside, the earth signs are very, very emotional beings, right? So they're inside, it's just kind of like the cold exterior, like, planning, working, all the kind of practical stuff gets in the way. But this next couple weeks is all about balancing the scales of relationships. So if you have a romantic relationship, a business relationship, a friendship, or maybe over the past 3 years, maybe the scales weren't balanced, right? Maybe it's like, hey, let's play tug of war. I'll try to do this, so you do that. I'll try to talk to you, so you do this. If you're not doing enough for me, I'm going to pull back and see what I can do for you. Like, it's all kind of like you've been trying to balance these relationships the past couple of years, and now is actually the time where structures need to be put into place for these relationships to balance. Like, there is no more like waiting to balance the energy. It's kind of going to be balanced, if you know what I'm saying. So let's see. Let me just say hi to a couple people. Eileen. Hey, Eileen, how are you? Hi, Rosalia. Nice to see you here. I think you're new to the office, so hello. Sandy, how are you doing? Lori, good to see you as well. Let's see. Alyssa, both can't tell what is fee and intuition. Sometimes I know and have a hard time with action. I'm not sure what you mean, Alyssa, by what is fee and intuition. Can you please rewrite that? Bonnie, I'm a Libra, thrive on balance. Well, that's good, Libra. Bonnie, like good Libra, Bonnie. You're a Libra and you thrive on balance. So right now, though, Libras have a tendency to want to make people happy. They have a tendency to people please. They have a tendency to just love the idea of being in love. So they want to thrive on balance when it comes to like a couch with 2 end tables. But as far as making decisions for themselves in love or relationships or people that are close to their heart, that's not very easy for the Libra to do. In fact, they even get more indecisive with matters of the heart. So this is calling for not just a Libra, not just a Taurus, not just a Capricorn. It's more like as a whole, relationships that aren't balanced can't just be balanced by people pushing and pulling anymore. It's all like, it's kind of all just like there needs to be a structure put into place, whether you guys go and take a class or go to a therapist or saying, you know what, I can't have the relationship being like it is anymore. I need to put this structure in place. So relationships have to be balanced out because they won't really function well moving forward on just pure negotiation, if you know what I'm saying, or just trying this or trying that, or pleading or begging, or being like, oh, I'm just going to pull back because they're not giving and I'm taking, or whatever it is. So that's really important. But Libra, just because you thrive on balanced with this full moon in Libra, it's going to pull at your emotions with your romantic decisions, especially marriages. Okay. Kathy, how are you doing? Good to see you. Hi, Ella. Hi, Mary. Good to see you. Yes, Bonnie, Libras, but we love the Libras. Libras are all about love. So Libras are like the best. We love Libras. Rosalia, I'm an old friend, was under Belladonna. Always enjoyed. Awesome, Rosalia. Yes, I know Belladonna, so I guess you changed your profile. So good to see you again. Ella. Yeah, Sagittarians don't like structure much, but they do thrive on their freedom. But when it comes to their core values and their ethics and what they believe, they actually do thrive on structure in those things, if that makes sense. Tim, Gemini, yes, back and forth. Now, Gemini's in the air signs, except for Libras right now. The Gemini, so you, Tim, you guys are the only ones in this period of time that are kind of like the plane flying above the storm clouds. You guys have the ability to do that for the next couple of weeks. So if you don't want to deal with matters of the heart, the Geminis, you don't have to. I know it's kind of like you get out of jail free card, but really you kind of do. So Bonnie, yes. Well, good to see. Okay. Yeah. So Bonnie, if you have something you need to balance, you will know intuitively what you need to balance, what relationship that is, whether it's a boss at work or a spouse or a child or whatever those relationships are. You know what you need to balance. It's actually taking action to balance it. So you have to tune in to figure out what that relationship is in your life. Kathy, good to see you. Virgos. Yes, Virgos are, I talked about the earth signs earlier on in this broadcast, and the earth signs do have a tendency, especially Virgos who are perfectionistic. Everything needs to be perfect, and they are a little more self-critical than the other signs. So Virgos, like, nothing's going to be perfect now because the emotions are kind of messy right now. So with that full moon and going into, trying to balance those relationships, a Virgo wants to know that, like, if they're giving this investment, that the other party better be giving that type of investment too, or like they're not going to invest. And it's kind of like with emotions and with the soul purpose is coming up in terms of your relationships right now. So where you're supposed to go in terms of your soul purpose really does have to do with the people that are in your life, like your tribe, the people that are closest to you, and whoever is around you that's supposed to help you to fulfill that purpose. So with Virgos, it's like they only look at kind of one thing at a time. They're like metrics. They're like a ruler. Like everything is very much technical and practical, and it's like everything is like very, very exact. And with our soul purpose and our emotions, it's not going to be that way for Virgos. So I think Virgos and Tauruses in this next couple of weeks in balancing the relationship part that I was just talking about, that is so important to moving forward with your love life or career life. You're going to have to kind of flow through the water part of yourself. And if you feel like you're too practical, then go somewhere where there is water to get that energy kind of flowing. Yes, Eileen, the Pisces. Yes, I know. Pisces, just, you guys are flowing in all over the place the way it is. You guys live in the fantasy castles in the sky. So I think that this period of time is just going to feel kind of normal to you. Pisces have a very hard time balancing relationships because sometimes they have a hard time standing up for what they believe in those types of relationships. So that's important. I think, Eileen, that, the Pisces do go into their heart center and kind of say, like, what do I really want? And not so much what do other people around me want? Like, that's really the question to ask yourself. So I think that if you guys, whatever sign you are, I think that if you pay attention to the balancing of the scales of the relationship that the full moon in Libra is going on for this week, you'll be able to first use your intuition and tune in. What are those relationships? So you want to ask yourself that question, like, what are those relationships? And number two, you want to ask yourself, what isn't balanced in those relationships? Like, are you the one giving too much? Are you the one receiving and not giving? Are you the one talking and not listening? Are you the one at the workplace doing all the work and somebody else is taking all the credit? Use your intuition to go through all of those relationships around you, and your intuition will tell you which relationships those are. And then you want to go in and ask yourself, what exactly is the imbalance? And the third part is the most difficult, is knowing what action to take. And that's the time I tell people, where did I go in my monthly energy forecast? Hold on, I'm just going to check my notes here. And if you are on my monthly energy forecast list, this is the weekly energy forecast. You have to be on my email list to get on the monthly energy forecast. That only goes out to my subscribers. It is private, but I do have all my notes here of when you should be going and getting that guidance, okay? Because I think sometimes when you're in your emotions, you need the guidance of a mentor, a spiritual leader, guru, whatever, somebody that's not your family, not your good friend. Let's see when that is. I have to go through all my stuff here. Well, I can't find it. If you go to the monthly energy forecast, it is on there. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yes, I do have it. May 3rd and 4th is a good time for you to seek out those spiritual decisions within yourself. So I'm so happy I was able to tune in with you guys today. And a lot of you have showed up for our monthly, no, this isn't the monthly, the weekly energy forecast. And it's so nice to see all of you. And if you just came on, I was just telling people in the beginning, I'm so excited. The intuitive development course, level 1 beginner series called Ignite Your Intuition, is actually open. Just open today, open for enrollment. And for the next 2 days, I'm offering a special discount as well as a bunch of bonuses. So just for you guys that have just showed up, you can get $50 off through 421 only. The link is in the description if you want to read all about the course and what's included. You also get my Intuitive Development 101 course, $97 value, which is going to be sold separately after this launch. You're going to get that as a bonus with your bundle. So you're going to get 2 courses for the price of 1. You're also going to get a live Q&A experience with me, getting all your questions answered. It's going to be a group experience, and you guys can ask any questions you want about intuition. Plus a year membership to our private support community. So the link is in the description, and you have 2 more days before the price goes up. So get on there, and there's already people in the program. There's already people that joined, and they are waiting in the community to welcome you. So I hope we will see you there, and I'm so looking forward to seeing you guys on the lounge on Friday. Who do we have on the lounge on Friday? Hold on, let me look. I have it all here. I have to look at my notes. We have all the way down. We have Carrie. I'm probably not pronouncing her name correctly. Carrie Petrich. Tools for relationship stressors and reigniting your relationship and involving fun and play into your relationships. Because a lot of people, because they're not having fun in their relationships, they decide, hey, I want to go somewhere else for the excitement or have fun or leave my relationship and get into a new one. But she talks all about infusing fun and excitement and play into your relationships. And this just goes in addition to what we were talking about today. So make sure you come on the lounge on Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be live with Carrie Petrich. I hope she doesn't watch this because I'm not saying her name properly. So awesome. I will see you guys soon. And if you have any questions, just let me know. And if you come in here after I'm live, feel free to post in the comments. I'll answer. And have a great rest of your week, everybody. See you soon.